I'm Gloria Strode and welcome to Straightforward. Today we are on the leading edge of being fabulous at any age with Dr. Bernadette Blount. Welcome, Dr. Blount.
Thank you.
Well, since we both saw each other last, we both had a birthday. And of course, you are still more fabulous than ever, and I'm striving to be fabulous. So, we had an event we attended at your office.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
you invited some ladies from the community and shared with us about Coolsculpting and Exilis.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so just share with our audience what that is.
All right. Both Coolsculpting and Exilis are non-surgical body contouring devices. So if you have medical conditions where you're not a candidate for liposuction or going under anesthesia, Coolsculpting and Exilis can provide a really nice way to kind of remove some of those stubborn areas of fat, usually like love handles, bra fat, sometimes arm, double chins, knee fat, in a way.
Knee fat?
Oh, you know, people that have the pudge right over their knee,
Yes.
and it's kind of hard to get rid of. Like, we have ways to get rid of that now with no downtime, no pain.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
Non-surgical?
Non-surgical.
And so the back fat.
Yes.
We see that sometimes with women want to wear sundresses.
Yes.
Okay, so you have a solution. You can do something about
Two
that.
different machines that can work on back fat, bra rolls, even man boobs.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not just specific
It's
to women.
not just for women.
Okay, and so the men that might want to look at the six-pack and
Yes,
that kind
we
of
can
thing.
sculpt them a little shape, get rid of their man boob in time for summertime. It's about to be beach body time, so it's time to
Really?
come in and get sculpted.
And all of this is confidential, so they can
Yes.
call you and make an appointment and set up a time when it's not like just an open clinic where everybody can see
Oh,
everybody.
absolutely
so
not.
they can keep their secret.
We don't tell unless they tell.
Okay, well, all right, that sounds good. So you have provided us with a video because some people, we learn differently. You know, some people got to touch, some people got to see it, some
Right.
folks have to do it. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go to the video that you shared with us that explains and demonstrates exactly what Coolsculpting is.
Awesome.
All right, let's take a look at this.
We are proud to offer Coolsculpting in our practice. Coolsculpting is the world's leading non-invasive fat reduction treatment, with millions of treatments performed worldwide. The New York Times says the leading procedure in the non-invasive body contouring category is called Coolsculpting. New Beauty magazine readers voted it tops for treating fat pockets and freezing them away. You may be wondering if Coolsculpting is right for you. Ask your clinician for a Coolsculpting consultation today. Mirrors. They show us all our problem areas. Those places where we carry excess fat. Perhaps you've noticed that your clothes don't fit the way they used to. Or maybe you've been working out but still can't seem to lose that stubborn fat. Coolsculpting targets and eliminates fat in problem areas, such as your abdomen, flanks, and thighs. And now, thanks to the latest Coolsculpting technology, you can also reduce that excess fat under your chin. Love what you see when you look in the mirror. Ask your clinician about Coolsculpting today. Coolsculpting is a patented cooling technology that targets and kills fat cells with no surgery or downtime. Your clinician will work with you to develop a treatment plan personalized to your specific fat reduction goals. Each treatment lasts as little as 1 hour. During treatment, your Coolsculpting provider will first attach the applicator. This non-invasive procedure freezes the fat away without harming the skin. During the treatment, you can relax, read, browse the internet, or even nap. After treatment, you can immediately return to your normal daily activities. You may start to notice results in a few weeks, but best results are seen in about 2 to 3 months. Coolsculpting treats the problem areas that bother you the most, including that double chin.
After getting the Coolsculpting procedure, it gave me back the body I had before I had kids. I feel much more confident.
It feels so good to just put on anything and know that I look as good as I've ever looked. I don't have to think about what I wear and how it's going to make me feel anymore. I know everything I put on is going to make me feel good. And that's a new feeling.
Just makes you feel kind of a little bit more like, I can do this. I can do this.
Now's the time to see a slimmer you. Take the first step and get your Coolsculpting consultation today.
And welcome back to Straightforward. We are just enjoying this visit with Dr. Blount. She has all of this new technology she's brought to our community. Dr. Blount, should we be afraid of these procedures? Who would be a good candidate and who really is not? So are they big side effects? Because you know, a lot of times when you say, oh, this is a great idea, and then for the next 30 minutes you hear them saying, but this side effect, and that side effect, and that side effect. So what about the Coolsculpting?
Okay, so with Coolsculpting, I'll just start with who's a good candidate.
Okay.
So the ideal candidate for any body sculpting procedure is usually someone that is within, say, 10 to 15 pounds away from their ideal body weight.
Okay.
And that's just to save them on cost. So pretty much anyone can have Coolsculpting unless you're on blood thinners. I wouldn't recommend it for that because the bruising may be more significant. But pretty much everyone else is usually a candidate for Coolsculpting. Now with Coolsculpting, because I've treated myself, and I can just say what my side effects. First time I did it, nothing. Now some people will experience like a numbness.
Okay.
And that usually goes away sometimes 2 weeks, sometimes it can last to 12 weeks, but it's not an unbearable or uncomfortable thing. You're just kind of numb in an area. Some people have bruising. Usually our fairer skinned people will have some bruising, and that usually goes away.
And you can have that if you have fair skin, if you just bump your knee on the chair.
So if you already know that you're prone to bruising, then you may have some bruising for maybe a day or two, but there's no permanent side effects with that. There's only one complication with Coolsculpting that is permanent, that requires a surgical repair or liposuction, but that happens maybe one in every, they say 150,000 people.
Oh, okay, so it's very slim.
And it's nothing that, it just kind of, where your skin just gets a little bit thicker in the area, and you just actually have to go and have that liposuctioned out. So it's nothing nothing life-threatening. It will not change your blood pressure, will not change lab work, won't do any of those things.
Okay, all right. Well, what we're gonna do is go to our first break to our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
All right.
Okay, we'll be right back after word from some of our sponsors. Straightforward is brought to you by Chalk by Quincy introduces Excellence Redefined, timepieces of the finest technology, luxury, and class with tons of style at chalklifestyle.com. Renal Associates, LLC, a team of physicians dedicated to excellent kidney care with 5 convenient locations to serve you. Stark Avenue, Columbus, Bradley Park, Columbus, Lafayette Parkway, LaGrange, East Burkhalter Avenue, Buena Vista, and Springs Street in Warm Springs. Tighte Cuisine, the area's only authentic Thai restaurant. Open for lunch and dinner, Monday through Saturday. Located in the Village Green Shopping Center on the 280 bypass in Phoenix City. Apple Tax Services, located at 7413 Whitesville Road, Suite 400A, as in Apple. For professional, efficient, and courteous service, call today at 706-243-2595. Apple Tax Services, a company you can trust.
Walmart's reason for supporting Thurgood Marshall College Fund is simple. We like to win. And we have been given a lot of exposure to some incredible talent. And we also believe that it's a part of our responsibility to the community to give back. This is a great opportunity to do both. It's been a wonderful experience for us through the years. We've appreciated our partnership. We believe in return on investment, and we have definitely had a remarkable return.
And welcome back to Straightforward. We're continuing this interesting conversation with Dr. Bernadette Blount. Okay, so we've seen the Coolsculpting. We know it can bring excellent results, but you also have another high-tech procedure that you're doing here in your office. And what is that?
This procedure is Exilis. It's whereas Coolsculpting is a cold procedure, this one is hot, so we call it our fire and ice therapy.
Okay, fire and ice.
And so Exilis actually allows you to treat a lot wider range of patients. The results tend to be a lot faster and more noticeable, and you can treat absolutely every body area. You can treat your hands. It does wrinkles and skin tightening and just micro sculpting. A lot of times it is used in dermatologists and plastic surgeons' offices after you've had lipo because you still have those irregular fat pockets, and they can just micro sculpt almost any part of the body.
And so it kind of smooths and
Smooths and
moves.
tightens.
Okay.
Yes.
So the hands, because we see a lot of the stars and their face is just perfect. But then you have the old hands, which, you know, my hands are mature and you can see the veins. So you're actually able to use the Exilis machine to smooth that out.
To smooth it out. Some of those wrinkles, it gives you a more youthful appearance.
Really?
As well as, especially a lot of ladies in this anti-aging movement that we're in, it's all the rage.
Yes.
Crow's feet, jowl lines, wrinkles here, because the heat actually creates regeneration and remodeling of your collagen. So it actually gets your body to grow your collagen, because as we get older, we have reduction in collagen production. So this stimulates it, so you're growing your own great skin cells from the inside out, so it gives you a plumper, tighter appearance.
Oh, really? So it's actually warming things up and getting it moving around.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wow. And so how often can this one be done?
This one is recommended every 7 to 10 days. Sometimes you can push it out to 2 weeks. But you usually need a minimum of 4, sometimes 6 to 8 treatments. As far as, because it does skin tightening, wrinkles, as well as fat reduction. With the fat reduction, you can see anywhere between a 2 millimeter to 2 inch fat loss.
2 inch.
That's
a whole dress size.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Really?
But you're going to have to come more often for a 2 inch reduction.
Right.
But it is possible.
And so with the flappy arms, you know, it's hot now. And
yes, ma'am.
Everybody wants to show their arms. Of course, I won't be doing that because I know they're not ready to be shown. But you're able to work on those, cellulite and all of that.
I don't say that it does cellulite per se, like it's not FDA indicated for cellulite, but when you tighten the appearance of your skin, it will give you a smoother, right, so it doesn't get rid of the cellulite, but it can improve the appearance of your skin.
Okay, well, you've provided us with another educational clip, and so we're going to take a look at that right now.
Awesome.
Okay, let's take a look.
This machine with 2 different heads does both skin tightening and body dysmorphology or fat reduction. There's no other machine that does that.
This has been one of the most rewarding, non-invasive treatment that we've done because our patients have been 98% happy.
There are patients who want a facelift, are the right age for a facelift, but for some confounding medical reasons can't have it, yet they still want that skin tightened. More than happy to recommend Exilis. It has absolutely 0 risk, and it's our best option that exists today.
As soon as I heard about this option, it seemed like the perfect one for me.
What I feel just feels like warm pressure being circulated around my neck. It's actually a very soothing feeling.
The whole procedure takes very little time. I came into the office and was out in 30 minutes and was able to go right back to work. Following the treatment, there was no noticeable signs that anything had been done. No redness, no bruising, nothing.
Wow. It looks great, actually.
Yeah.
Well, my nurse friends always say, you know, less invasive is better if you can get the results. And they were really supportive of the Exilis. I have 4 friends who've had it done, and I see the difference. 2 of them are in their late 40s in bikinis, so I'm interested. Not that I want to wear a bikini, but I'm interested.
I've had 2 kids, and the elasticity of my stomach, no matter how much I work out, I still have that sagging. And I'm not, a candidate for liposuction or anything like that, I don't think.
Right.
And this is perfect, because I really noticed a difference.
Show me what we're doing here.
Yes, I'm thin, but I still have areas after having children that you just cannot get off with exercise. And so getting this treatment has really, I've gotten back into a bikini. I don't feel bad about wearing jeans, so I'm not hanging over my jeans. So this little bit of treatment has made a whole difference in doing and wearing the things that I wear.
She had 5 children. There are many women who have really nice shapes after their babies, but they've got this really loose skin, maybe not sagging belly so much, but they'll stand up and they'll lean over and say, look, I didn't have this before. And this is the answer to our prayers, because not only am I tightening their stomach, but I'm tightening their flanks. I can move this device all over their body. I can tighten along their waist. I can tighten along their back. So it becomes this wonderful tool to contour and shape, and you can't do that with other devices.
And there's really no body area that it can't do. So wherever it goes and touches the body, it's going to work.
Oh, and that was really interesting. So it has really shown us what we can do. We can all be fabulous, whatever the age. But you have some real strict rules. You're not just going to just do this and you want great results. So you just don't believe in quick fixes. So share your philosophy on that.
The thing is, if you took a long time to gain the weight, you're not just going to get rid of it in one day. But for Exilis, go ahead and come in right now so that you can work on being summer fine.
Okay, all right. And so, but you want us to do the diet and exercise, and we still want to add all of that.
Everything all together. Diet and exercise is fabulous, but then there's certain areas that you just need a little bit more help with. Stubborn areas that just won't go away with diet and exercise. That is what the body sculpting is for. But you've got to put in work yourself.
Okay, you got to put in work yourself.
Yes.
And of course, I know you have some very good dietary ideas.
Yes, ma'am.
Like the buffalo wings. I don't have to have them fried. I can really put them in the oven, as you told me last time. And so those are all the tips that you're giving the clients as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, what we're going to do is go to our break to our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. We'll be right back after word from some of our sponsors. Straightforward is brought to you by Warrior Outreach. Contact Command Sergeant Major Retired Sam Rhodes or Kathy Rhodes. Freedom Printing for all of your designer printing needs. Gunboat Plaza, Suite 18. Zeal in Uptown Columbus, where you can enjoy an intimate dinner atmosphere, and every entree is chef-inspired with passion. Dinner is served Monday through Saturday, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Howard Johnson Hotel, 1011 Veterans Parkway, Columbus. For an international dinner experience you will never forget. Zeal in Uptown Columbus. Progressive Funeral Home, family owned and operated since 1952. The George Ford legacy of high standards continues today in the compassionate and professional services provided. A touch of dignity for those who care. Progressive Funeral Home, 4235 St. Mary's Road. Trusted by generations. Best Care, transforming minds and bodies, leading the way in the latest techniques of medical weight loss and wellness. Certified in family medicine and bariatrics, Dr. Blount is ready to assist in the transformation of your mind and body. Call today, 706-221-6477, or visit bestcarecolumbus.com. East Alabama Endocrinology, educating and caring for those living with diabetes in Alabama and Georgia. 1400 Bradley Lake Boulevard, 3320 Skyway Drive, Suite 602, Opelika. Take charge of diabetes and live your best life. And welcome back to Straightforward. This has really been a fun conversation with Dr. Bernadette Blount. Dr. Blount, you have brought just some wonderful technology here to our community. But I'd like to make sure that our audience know that you're also a family medicine doctor. So these are not just haphazard things that you're doing. You are looking at the health of the individual. You have weight loss assistance. You're doing the labs, all of that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so just share with us a little bit more of how complete this service is that you're providing.
Yes, ma'am. So I really enjoy looking at the person overall. As a family medicine physician, as a hospitalist, I know the problems and the complications that come with obesity. And to understand that obesity is a disease, and to know that it is a chronic treatment. You have to treat the behavioral aspects, the emotional aspects, the physical aspects. And as probably the only bariatric certified physician in town, I think it is important for me to understand and to treat you as a patient and the whole body, because I need to know what your labs are, or do you have complications? Like, you can't just give an appetite suppressant and, okay, thank you, I'll see you in a month. Like, I really want to work one-on-one with you, find out what you're struggling with.
It's not a one-size-fits-all.
No, definitely not.
And it's not an assembly line where people are just coming in, getting a B12 shot, and that, I mean, you're looking at behavior modification and all of that.
Yes.
So why is Gloria eating potato chips at night when she's emotional?
Yes.
Those are all the things that the questions.
Right, and the reason why I opened up my own clinic is because you can't just get to these issues in a 10-minute, very quick, traditional, doctor's visit. And so I like to spend one-on-one time with my patients, getting to know you, getting to know what your issues are. Let's talk about some exercises that you can do at your level of fitness. How can we eat what we want to eat, but cook it in a better way that's a little bit healthier? Right. So we take a very holistic and comprehensive view of helping you to be healthy, get more fabulous. I think that looking at successful behaviors, it's important to understand what our issues are and to kind of own what we can do and take control over the things that we have control over. If you have genetic problems, we can't really do anything about that, but you going up to McDonald's and ordering a double stack, you can control that.
Right, that's a choice.
That is a choice. So I want to try to teach you to retrain your brain to make healthier choices and to be more mindful of, are you really hungry right now? Did you really need to eat that? Right. Or are you just bored?
Emotional.
Right. Or are you just bored and you're
Right.
just eating because you're sitting in front of the TV and you're just mindless eating?
Right.
So I want to kind of teach everybody to think about what they're eating. Do they really need to eat so much? Like when you order, all the restaurants in America, they feed us these huge portions.
Yes.
Go ahead and cut that steak in half and put the other half in your to-go box. Don't even leave it in front of you. It's too tempting to overeat.
We were trained to eat everything on your plate.
Clean your plate.
But
Revoke your card and your membership to the Clean Your Plate Club. Revoke your membership.
We got to redo that behavior.
We have got to stop that kind of thinking. And
Right.
it starts with mind over matter. If you can retrain your brain and how you're eating and how you think about health, then you can do anything.
And one of the things that I found is that we have more people having to have the hip surgery and the knee surgeries and it's because we're carrying more weight.
Yes.
And once upon a time when we had, probably people did more physical work in their,
in their jobs, and they walked, they had gym, we weren't watching, TV 10 hours a day.
Right, and so we're just having less of the physical activity. And so it's like almost every week or two you hear, I do, some of my classmates, some of them have
knees
had
replaced,
both,
hips replaced.
Both hips and knees already. And so those are the things that you are training us to retrain our brains. You're transforming our minds and our bodies.
That's the motto. You got it, Miss Gloria.
Okay, so you're always telling me that I can have, everybody knows that I'm the crispy, fried, medium, spicy, buffalo wing person. So you have tried to convince me that I can have it in the oven. It will still be crispy. It's tasteful.
Yes.
Also, the new cauliflower rice.
Oh my gosh.
So what are we doing to train ourselves to substitute? how do we get there? Because I told your office manager, Mr. Orr, I did not want rice cakes for Easter salad. So, but he assured me that, you know, you probably had a bigger meal than that. So what are we doing with that? Because some of us, well, this is the Bible Belt. So
Right.
we're used to big meals. That's how people show love in the South.
And so the thing is that you can still eat almost what you want. You just need to learn how to cook it differently. I gained 50 pounds because I started eating 23 cupcakes every day trying to plan for my wedding.
Right.
Clearly that was not the great idea.
No,
50 pounds later, you're just
Yeah.
like, this is ridiculous. So what you have to do is you have to decide what food that you just absolutely have to have. There are just going to be some things that you're not going to give up, but portion control. If I still want my Gigi's cupcake, I'll get a cupcake. I can have 3 bites or half of that cupcake, throw it away. Don't put it aside, throw it in the trash so you cannot go back and throw it away.
So
you're
won't be
not
tempted.
depriving yourself. You're still giving yourself what you want, but you're at a more controlled thing. You've got to have the control and not the brain. Because certain things like your potato chips,
Yeah, it's an emotional trigger.
it is.
It is.
And honestly, certain foods trigger in your brain like a dopamine, and it's almost like crack.
Really?
So certain foods,
Food is an addiction,
Food is
though,
an
for many.
addiction.
Right.
Yes. And so when you recognize that, you've got to understand that you've got to get control over your addiction. You've got to recognize what your triggers are and try to counteract it. But you know, meats and veggies. So almost any meat, any vegetable, fine. And if you want to have your fries or if you want to have something, have it as early in the daytime as possible so that you're active and you can work it out. I'm not saying don't ever do it. Do it in moderation and early in the day as possible so that during the rest of the day you have time to burn off those excess carbohydrates.
Okay, and see, that's the problem. Sometimes we eat too late.
Yes.
Yeah, and the older you get, you really should not be eating after 6, 7 o'clock at night. And then if you go out to dinner with people, you need to not have the T-bone steak.
Right.
You probably should have the grilled chicken.
Oh no, you can have a filet.
Really?
Yes, it's a lot healthier cut of meat. I mean, you can, of course, have the chicken, but if you're going to have red meat, because I love red meat, the filet is the healthier cut.
Okay.
You don't deprive yourself,
But
you just make
after
the healthier
7,
choice.
It's going to be okay?
It is okay. You just have to watch the amount of food that you eat because, and if you can have steak and spinach, Brussels sprouts, whatever you want at the end of the night, as long as it's not a heavy protein or a heavy carbohydrate meal, it's not going to sit there because when you eat late at night and you have all that bread, that just sits on your tummy.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I'm excited, and I want to be fabulous like you next year. I'm going to work on it.
Been way more fabulous than me all your life.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This has been straightforward. If you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. Until next time, be blessed.